Hello there and welcome back to the channel. So here with another South Park Phone Destroyer video. On today's video, guys, it's Tuesday, March 9th of 2021, and I have a quick special announcement. If you've been paying attention to the most recent developer update posted by Ubitaller in the main South Park Phone Destroyer website, you would have noticed that there was a little mention about Chaos mods that is going to be happening tomorrow. In that developer update, she stated that Chaos mode this week will be a community deck challenge. A huge thank goes out to the content creators who put their heads together to come up with 4 different decks, each theme around a different Bradley card. Major thanks to all of them for their contributions this week, and I want to say thanks a lot, Ubi, for the opportunity. Based on what you're hearing from me right now, you guys know that I will be one of those content creators that will have a challenge deck for the Chaos mode. Theme around 4 different Bradleys, and I'm going to give you the inside scoop of who are the other content creators that are going to be participating, what are the different decks, and yeah, essentially get you ready for tomorrow. Huge thanks to all of the content creators. I want to say first that their links to their different websites, either Twitch or YouTube, are going to be down below. So make sure you show them some love. Go to the channel, support them, because yeah, this is awesome to be able to do this. So let's go ahead and dive right into the community challenge decks. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the community challenge decks that we have. First, who are the community contributors, the content creators that are going to be participating? Well, first of all, it's myself, Solracotos at YouTube. We also have Tampon TV or HumanTampon producing content on Twitch and also uploading some content on YouTube. We have Swagboy914 producing content mainly on YouTube, uploading almost daily content. And last but not least, we have Phatseb producing content mainly on Twitch TV. Now, what are the different Bradley decks that we're going to have? As you know, there are 5 Bradleys, but in theory, there's only 4, because one of them is not his alter ego. And that is going to be Meanberry Crunch. Meanberry Crunch is not going to be one of those decks that are going to participate on the community challenge, because Meanberry Crunch is who Bradley really is. He is Meanberry Crunch. So we're going to look at the sort of imagination side, their fantasy side of each one of the Bradley alter egos. So for myself, I took upon Elven Queen Bradley from Fantasy. Tampon took on Archangel Bradley. And we have Space Pilot Bradley, who was taken out by Swagboy. And finally, Phatseb took Frontier Bradley. Now, those are going to be the 4 Bradleys that we're going to be using in each of the decks. And the basic rules that we were given was you can put up to 3 teams on each of the decks, and you have to make a deck that complements that particular Bradley. Right? We didn't know what the other people were going to do. We only knew that Space Pilot Bradley was going to play. We only knew that Archangel Bradley was going to play, Frontier, and finally Elven Queen. Now, you have to understand that some of the decks will be strong against some of the other decks. And that is sort of part of the deal. Like, we couldn't control that. The only thing that we could control is what things we put in, and try to think that we had to counter as many of the other Bradleys as possible. So let's dive into my deck first. My deck with Elven King Bradley, obviously what he does is that he increases the range of all the allies and gives them a slight boost in attack, right? So therefore my deck has a lot of range units. First range unit is going to be Robin Tweak. Why Robin Tweak? He was recently buffed. He has more HP and he is a plain beast of a card now. If you're not using Robin Tweak, you need to be using him soon. Alternate Humankind, I've been using it a lot, and actually he has a very high durability, especially if the enemy doesn't have a lot of range units. He can survive plenty long time. We have Nathan. Nathan is an area damage unit, very long range, and increase that long range with Elven King Bradley, and he is a deadly card. Jesus, to keep everybody healthy, we all need Jesus in our lives. Blood of Bebe, as much as I hate, not I hate, but I don't like Blood of Bebe, Robo Bebe would have been best, but we were limited to 3 teams, so Blood of Bebe had to be in this particular deck. And obviously, all of these range units need support. So we have Sen Carmen, we have Dragon Slayer Red in order to eliminate any beefy units that the other content creators may have put on their decks. Mr. Mackey to boost any of the range units out and boost the rest of the support stream. Poseidon Stan slowing everybody down is never a bad idea. Super Craig, again, more area damage. And last but not least, Captain Diabetes. This card, if you are not using it, you need to be using it because he's so very awesome. And that is my deck. I have a very good feeling about it. I want to give a huge shout out to the team, the Kenny crew. I also want to give a huge shout out to Challenge Master Ombligo for his input on what cards combo better with the particular decks that we ended up picking. Now, Human Tampons. He ended up picking Archangel Bradley for his deck. And what is he going to be using? Well, he started with Energy Staff. And that right there tells you that this deck is going to be a little bit expensive. But I think it shows a whole bunch of potential because he's going to be using Sen Carmen like I did. He's going to be using PC Principle like I did. And as you know, Archangel Bradley, his ability is that he gives a little bit of HP to tanks and also creates a slowdown aura around all tanks. So he's going with 2 tanks. And is he going to go with a 3rd tank? Yes, he is. And you are for sure looking that he picked Henrietta, and for sure he's going to pick all the other 3 supporting units from the Goth Kids, Ferko, Michael, and Pete. And that is critical right there because I think that even though this deck as so far is expensive, it's going to be a pain in the rear end to actually manage. So huge shout out to Human Tampon for this deck. So far is looking amazing. And now he's combining the other 2 teams with Storyteller Jimmy, Angel Wendy, Medicine Woman Sharon, and last but not least, Alien Drone. As you can see, 3 teams in total for this particular deck, and I think this deck is looking fantastic. Remember, Alien Drone drops a vacuum, and that vacuum is a tank. So he has actually 4 different tanks that he can call upon to supplement that Archangel Bradley ability. The next deck is going to be Swag Boys 914's Space Pilot Bradley's deck. As you remember, Space Pilot Bradley has annoyingly several abilities. Number 1, he speeds up assassins. Number 2, those assassins freeze whoever is around them. And he was recently nerfed, but I think that nerf is, I don't know. I still think that he's very, very viable. But nonetheless, we're not getting into that. He obviously needs assassins. And assassins he will get. Because he's going with 4-Ass Monkey from Sci-Fi. Astronaut Butter from Sci-Fi. Mr. Hanky from the neutral team, Mysterion from Superheroes, and then he's going to go with supporting units that actually feed upon Space Pilot Bradley. That is Sexy Non Randy and Catapult Timmy. Both of them, Sexy Non Randy produces the little tiny babies, which are assassins, and then the Catapult Timmy uses rats, which are also assassins. He's going to use some support because he's going to need it. Sheriff Carmen in, Human Kite to protect all of those assassins. And I can see now that this deck is going to be crazy. Alien Drone, just for keeps. Alien Clyde, and last but not least, Poison to poison all of my ranged units. Swag Boy, how do you know that I was going to have so many ranged units? It's like he knew. So, again, I think this deck is going to be ultra strong, specifically again against my fantasy deck. Maybe not so much against Phatseb, but I think this deck is going to be crazy. Now, number 4 is going to be Phatseb, Frontier Bradley's deck. What is he going to be running? Well, before, Frontier Bradley, as you guys know, gives some extra attack damage to fighters, and also gives area damage to fighters. Therefore, Phatseb needs a lot of fighters, and fighters he did get. Let's go. He has Calamity Heidi, Stand to Great, Swashbuckler Red to make sure that everybody gets nice and close to all of his attackers or fighters so that they can get hit. Of course, Mosquito, because it's much better than one fighter for 3 costs. Well, what about 2 fighters for the same cost? Lebar Jimmy to kill all of those little assassins that Swagboy is going to be putting up. Niv Nicole, because, yeah, Phatseb, it's smart. He's going to have not only a lot of attackers, but also attackers that are animals that can feed upon Niv Nicole. So here we go. We have Sorceress Leanne that it's an attacker herself, and when she dies, creates chickens, which are also attackers. And basically Randy, that produces cocks that are also attackers. Chicken Coop, which produces attackers. Rat Swarm, and last but not least, the Chaos Hamsters. All of those last 5 cards can feed into Niv Nicole, also including the swarm of Mosquito from Mosquito Swarm. So I don't know, guys. I am telling you that this challenge is looking awesome. We all spent quite a bit of time thinking about how we were going to do this, and I want to say thanks a lot to the developers, specifically Ubi Toller and Ubi Jami, for giving us the opportunity of actually making a deck for you guys and see how well we do. I want to know, let me down in the comments below, which deck do you like the most of the 4 decks that we talked now. And this is a quick summary of what they are, just in case you didn't get to see them before. Leave me a comment down below. What do you think about the different decks? Which one do you think is going to be the best against which other decks? Which one do you hope you get the most? Which one do you hope you get the least? And which ones you are sort of, I don't really care. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out each content creator. Again, the links are going to be down below. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow at around 9:15 to 9:20 in the morning. Link is going to be in the video description again for that live stream. Check our content out, subscribe to each one of us, or follow if you're doing it on Twitch. I would greatly appreciate if you guys would do that for each one of us. It is a great opportunity to grow our community, grow our content. So please do that, and I will catch you guys later. Sol is checking out. Later, guys.